Well, having a bit of an issue here. There we go. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at noon Central Standard Time. And I'd love for you to stop by and see what I am playing with each day. Today we are going to be having fun with a carrying over stamp set called Snow Crystal. I have been challenged to make a 1-layer card. That means no layers whatsoever other than the card base. So I have chosen a piece of shimmery white cardstock for my card today. And we are going to see if I am up to that challenge or not. Can't say that I'm going to be able to do what I want to do, but we're going to give it a try. So the first thing that I am doing is I am running this embossing buddy all over the front of the card and all over my embossing tray. And I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus, and we are going to put this inside. Oops, turn it around here. Put this inside. Actually, I can't put it right in the corner. All right. Let's get this. I'm just going to center this on the card as best I can, like so. Now, let me put my magnet on there and we will pick up that stamp. Nice big background stamp. Now I need some Versamark ink. This is clear embossing ink. And we are going to put that all over that stamp and give it a real good press. Now I know you can't see a thing because it is clear ink. I can see it when I tilt it to the light. So just to be sure, I'm giving it 2 turns. I have a lovely yellow bruise here. I hit it on the handle of the fridge, if you can imagine that. All right, we are going to pull our card out of there. And I see that I got a little shadow on here, but that's okay. We'll fix that with the paintbrush. I am actually going to open my card like this. And I've gone back and forth on this. I didn't know whether I wanted to use silver or if I wanted to use white embossing powder. I've opted for silver. I don't know if it was a good choice or not, but that's how I'm going to roll with this one. And you see that I am putting loads of powder all over this card. I want to make sure that I get all aspects. And then we're just going to tilt it. And now I need a paintbrush. And I don't have one. All right, we'll use this blending brush because I have shadows where I push too hard on my stamp. So So I want to remove all of the powder that I don't want on there. And typically a paintbrush is the best weapon. There we go. Now, before I make a hot mess, we're going to tip this and put it back in. And if you use your embossing buddy on the tray, you see how easily that stuff just slides right out of there. All right, now get a rag here and get all of this stray. I don't know about you, but I always have a hot mess when I emboss. It's a good hot mess, but still a hot mess.
All right, we're going to heat up this embossing tool. And you might be wondering why I chose shimmery white cardstock. I find that it holds up just a little bit better when you use water on your card. And that's what my plan is after I get this heat embossed. And you'll see that that silver is just popping here. Another tip for when you're embossing, make sure that your gun is preheated so that you don't have to hover over your embossing. Like, move along. Once it's turned shiny, don't heat it anymore because it tends to flatten it out. All right. That is that. Where's my bone folder? Okay. Get this back in shape again. Now I am going to bring in a blending brush. And we are going to add some ink. I just need to let that settle a bit. Actually, while that's settling, I am going to grab the Cheerful Daisies bundle. This is a new bundle, and I'm going to use one of the greetings in here that says, "You made my day." So we will stamp a greeting. This is another one of the greetings in this set called from the Cheerful Daisies bundle, and it says, "Wishing you the brightest birthday." But I want a greeting that is long and skinny. So now I have to decide. I don't know whether I want fresh freesia. I think that might be a little too light, or if I want to go with Orchid Oasis. I'm thinking I'm going to go with Orchid Oasis because I want the contrast. I think that silver will pop. I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. There we go. Oh, I guess I can leave that ink out. I'm going to use it. And while that is just cooling a little bit, I am going to trim out this greeting. Let's do it the other way.
Okay. So we have that. I'm going to grab my snips. And And we're just going to do it on an angle, just so it's a little bit different. All right, now I'm going to grab a blending brush and we are going to see if we can make some magic happen. Now, let me open this all the way up. See how we have some blobs of ink in there? I'm always using water in there. And I find when I use my blending brush, I always have to tap off. But I find if I tap in there, I don't get the blobs on my paper. Plus, I'm not wasting the ink. I'm using the ink, right? So I'm just slowly building this color. And you can make it as light or as dark as you want. And if you don't like the silver embossing powder, you use whatever color strikes your fancy. Oops. Kind of like to have my corners. Oh, that could have been bad. Do you see what I just did? That could have been very bad. Let me grab a notebook. And I'm going to take a little, no, yeah, I will. A little piece of tape. Since this is a one-layer card, I'm not used to doing a one-layer card, and I don't want the ink on the back side, right? I almost did it. All right. Kind of like the corners to be the white shadow. A little bit there because there's a little bit of an overhang. I didn't fold it correctly, but we can take care of that. All right. I don't know if I'm done or not, but I'm going to polish off my silver. And I'm just going to spritz this paper towel lightly. So that I can remove that. Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Very, very pretty, but I don't know if I have enough on there. I'm indecisive at best. There we go. I think we're going to call that a day. Just give this another light spritz of water. I find that helps polish up the embossing. See how much ink came off that embossing? You don't want your embossing dulled by the ink. All right, now let's peel this off here and remove the tape gently. And before I put my card back down here, I want to clean up this work surface. There we go. That should be good. We'll close this ink pad. And now I just want to put this in the middle of the snowflake. And I just messed up because this is not a single layer card if I put the greeting on here. Do you see how difficult that is? Wow. All right, we are going to bring back that ink pad. I'm so used to putting multiple layers and it's hard. So that's my challenge to you, my friends. I want you to try to make a single layer card. Save that greeting for another day. A single layer card with the only thing you can put on it, if you wish, is some gems. So I am going to grab my magic box of tricks here, and I'm just going to start at the back today and see what's in here. I'd like to have some sort of a large, pretty, sparkly gem for the center of my snowflake. And I'm not coming up with it. I have those that match, but those might be okay. Iridescent rhinestones. Iridescent pastel gems. I think we are going to use one of these. Now let's have a quick look and see what's... Oops. I left half of them here. That's too pink. That's kind of a blue-gray. And that takes on a pinky texture too, which I'm not too fond of. I think I might go this way. Let me put these back in their envelopes, and we are going to use these. Now, if I could find my, this will do. I'm going to put a big one in the center, like so, and that's the darker. And then I'm going to, you saw me cover up that little splotch, right? Put 3 more around like so. And then the only thing I have to do is to trim off that little wee bit. It's not, still not off. There we go. plain on the inside. Still a little warpish, but very pretty. Now, I can put ribbon on here too. I have a piece of white that I could color with the Orchid Oasis mark. Oh, there's just enough. Let's do it. Let's bring this book back in and use this. And I'm going to go Dark Orchid Oasis. This is one of the best tips that you can learn about how you can take and color your ribbon with our alcohol markers. Takes no time at all, as you can see. And we went from white to orchid colored ribbon. I'm going to take my heat tool on low, and I'm emphasizing low to give this a quick dry because I want to use it right away. You have to be careful not to melt your ribbon because this ribbon will melt with your heat gun, which is another cool look, but not what I'm going for. And we're just going to tie a knot on this card. If I can get my fingers working here. Just to give it a little bit of zazazoo. There we have it. Now, let's get these flattened out. And we'll grab our ribbon scissors and give it a bit of a haircut. There we have it. Oh, that one looks a little bit longer. Let's fix that. There we have it, my friends. There is our single layer shimmery beautiful card. And yes, this was a challenge for me. Now I'm looking for my stamp set. There it is, buried. It is the Snow Crystal stamp set. This is carrying over into the new annual catalog. And I did that on shimmery white, which the shimmer shows through. I know you can't see it on camera, but the shimmer does show through the inking, which makes it even more beautiful. So you've got your shine from your embossing powder and shimmer all the way around. It's really pretty. All right, that's my card for today. I hope to see you back here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time. Thanks for stopping by.